Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. It's recommended you do a full reset. What do I look like? You know, it's been worse. Hello. Why is my hand tracking not working? It's been worse. Just gonna say. Get that buttoned up. Okay, let's see. Where's that reset? Here's the reset. Bam. Hello. Where did our hands go? Where did our hands go? VC face. Where did our hands go? Bidoop. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Hands? Hands. Ooh. Okay. We do have hands now. And an incoming ad break. So that we, so all the new people joining don't get stuck with pre-roll ads. Because those are annoying. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we are going to swing up to the top left. Dev stream stuff. Couldn't find a readme. Let's get this properly arranged. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off last time? Last time. Do I need to pull this down just a little bit? No. Right about there. No. Right about... We get a little bar either on the top or the bottom. Just a little tiny sliver. Because we're not doing game capture, we're doing screen capture. We have like letterboxing. Is it still letterboxing if the bars are on the side? Or is it just top and bottom? I can't remember. Maybe we should be 4x3 for that retro feel. Speaking of retro feel, which one is our head? Ah, beautiful. It's been far too long without the headset. And lock the camera. Do I have the foot pedal plugged in? I need the foot pedal software. Pedal. Get over here so I can actually see. Space. Okay, so make sure see if it works. Spacebar, where's spacebar? Jump. Okay, we jump. Control Shift F3. What is that one? That's angry. And then what's this one? 9. Uh-oh. Why are we stuck? I have a cord wedged underneath the foot. Amateur hour over here. There we go. Let's have about that much light. Oh, that's something we need to do. I've been talking about this for the Voices of the Void stream. We need to add in some things. All right. Is it distracting having 2 of me? Maybe I should have a toggle that I can press So when, let's see, toggle that I can press. So when, so when we're in play mode, the little Rusty in the corner disappears. It would also be nice if this cursor right here, this disappeared. But the problem with that cursor disappearing, it used to, mind you. This little cursor right here. This used to disappear. Come on, tracking. I can do finger tracking. There we go. Poke. Poke. That used to disappear, but when I started the Rustyverse, the actual builds of the program that we're in edit mode right now, when I started that, the problem was it didn't want to surrender the cursor. It didn't want to surrender control, so I would have to like alt tab furiously just to get away from it. So now we have to deal with this when we're in desktop mode. Yeah, it's a little annoying. It's a little annoying. Also annoying is we're using the old model here with the glitch. The glitch in the matrix, the glitch in the polygons right there. Let's see, when the hand is in a certain spot, there's one vertice that is still weighted to the thumb. I don't know how it got weighted to the thumb, but somehow it was indeed weighted to the thumb. Yeah. So something we can do to get rid of the cursor at least is we can just throw the cursor off the screen like this. See? And that works. That works just fine. Another thing we could do is we could use the controller. PS4 controller. Connected, not right now, but PS4 controller paired to the main computer here. Because then we could use it for controlling the camera much more smooth. Feels more smooth anyways than using the mouse. Nicer for walking around too. That's a good idea. We're going to do that today. And then that just reminded me, I need to add some assets. Okay, what are we doing right here? Bluetooth. 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 Oh, we got the light. We got the light, and probably have to exit. Exit play mode. And start it back up. No. Why are we... Oh, no. Wireless controller is connected. Let's try this again. Bluetooth off. Bluetooth on. Ooh, it did not like that. It did not like that. Maybe we won't be using the controller. I wonder if it's out of power again. Yo. One more time for good measure. Okay, we got Unity. Bluetooth is on. Blinky, we got blinkies. It says wireless controller. All right. Now let's see if it actually works in here. I might need to set something back up. I might need to set something back up because of this annoyingness. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're still there. No, we've got the settings. We've got all the settings here. Gamepad, winning gamepad mode. So we had to do some funny stuff for depending on what mode we were in. So let's try that. Oops. Well, let's get out of here. Save. Let's see, that's look. Because when I was trying to add, there was a glitch. I don't remember what caused the glitch. Let's turn some lights on. There we go. There was a glitch that when we were trying to add more things to the controller, more input actions that you see in the lower corner. No, dang it. Yeah, it kept crashing Unity. It kept crashing Unity when I was adding more input. It says we're connected. Yep, it says wireless controller is connected. But for some reason, we can't use it here. Somewhere in all these settings, there's something about controller that it doesn't like. How about input? Input manager. You know, I bet it would work. Funny enough, I bet it would work if we loaded up Rustyverse. It could be some kind of export thing that it doesn't like. Okay, either way, not super important. Not super important, but it would be really nice if this did work. So we'll just turn off the Bluetooth for now. But we will add a thing. We will add a thing first. Bluetooth off. Project. Okay, let's see what we got here. We've got an Xbox controller. I mean, I guess. Really? There's only There's only an Xbox controller. I thought there was a GameCube in this asset pack, like hiding in the asset pack. Prefabs. Okay, we've got a joystick. Actually, that's a toggle switch. That's not a joystick. You know, I'm very surprised that there is not a full-on like flight stick, because this is a sci-fi pack. Since this is a sci-fi asset pack, yeah, you would think that there would be fly the spacecraft. We don't have the spacecraft here, but because I deleted them out. But there were a number of the spacecraft presets. What would we call that? Yep. What do we got for ships? Ooh, it's like a space station looking thing. Ooh, these would be some cool, these are some cool ship pieces. However, they're not, okay, sci-fi space station. They have the core material. Oh, they have a rim shader. That's why. I wonder if those are the hologram pieces. But there's some cool ship assets. Look at that. I think it's pretty sweet. Got a vaguely Wipeout looking vibes. You know, I haven't actually looked at some of these. Little fighter jet. But yeah, you would think with all these different spacecraft, you'd be able to pilot within the spacecraft. The joystick. But maybe you need to do that yourself. Oh, these are cool. I did want to use these little ships at one point to do a little diorama. Kind of like I want to have in the whole factory setting. I want to have a sandbox, except the sandbox is literally an in-game sandbox. So the construction equipment, the bulldozers and skid loaders and stuff, it'd be just like on their little animation paths or take control of them. Kind of like terrarium. Or, you know, yeah, terrarium. Little worker ants running around kind of thing. I think that'd be fun. And then you look out, you look out the window, outside the glass, and it would just show the huge office or wherever we happen to be. All the ideas. It's written down here in the notebook somewhere. We also need a notebook asset. Do we have a notebook? You know what? I bet a lot of the assets I'm thinking of would be in Polygon Office. But the only prefabs we brought over were the ones that were directly involved with the office. You know, the ones that were in this little area right here. Oops. No, come on. This one right there. I bet that's where the other assets are. And that's why we don't have an abundance of joysticks. Oh, we do have the GameCube though. The not GameCube. You don't have a notebook because you ate it. Oh, that explains everything. I mean, we got books. We got books. What else we got here? Tape. We have an old school PDA. Nice. Oh, what? Posture check. Welcome in, next. Welcome in. We have a paper airplane. Look at all them polygons. How many polygons does it have? Does it say? No, it doesn't say. It's got to be a ton of triangles in this thing. Ooh, and Nyx redeemed a Wisco fact. Let's boot this up here. Wisco fact. I was trying to get the my PS4 controller to work, and for some reason, most likely because of some setting that I was messing with, we do not in fact have controller support. But I was looking for a controller asset anyways, so that when I am playing a game, I can have it right here. So there it is right there. I thought it was on the desk. There's an Xbox controller right there. Ooh, Nyx has his own Wisco fact. Wisconsin has a lesser-known sister state, Losersconsin. Yes. There is a town in Wisconsin called Winneconne. Must be full of winners. Winners named Connie, even. Okay, let's see. Last time a Wisco fact was redeemed, it was about the EAA, the Experimental Aircraft Association. They have the world's busiest airport for 1 week of the year. And that was last week? 2 weeks ago. Might have been 2 weeks ago. I went for a little bit. It was a lot of fun. It was hot because it's always at the end of July. But, yeah, it was pretty fun. I didn't get to stay as long as I wanted to, but it was fun. Okay, let's dig out the book. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, it's sports. Let's see. Funny enough, I turned the same exact page, second time anyways, same exact page I was on the last time. So it says here, the famous architectural attractions in Wisconsin. Well, this one you might not have heard of too much, Nyx, but the Ringling Brothers Circus. Oh wait, no, they made a movie about it. Hugh Jackman was in it. The Greatest Showman. The Ringling Brothers were based out of Wisconsin. There's now a museum there, the Circus World Museum in in Baraboo. Baraboo. It's on the western part of the state. Can I do the hand? Can I do the hand? So Wisconsin is shaped like a hand, which my hand tracking is sort of okay with. Baraboo is over. No, I cannot do the hand. Wait, there we go. Backwards hand. Nope. Hand tracking isn't allowing it. Anyways, imagine a hand, and somewhere on the left side of your hand, that's where the Circus World Museum is. Maybe it's the biggest? I don't know. That was kind of a bummer of a Wisco fact. Here we go. Also museums. Harley Davidson Museum. You know, the motorcycles, Harley Davidsons, originally manufactured, and I think still somewhat manufactured in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I always wanted to go to the museum. I don't have a huge interest in riding motorcycles, but it's just such a cultural thing. There's a lot of manufacturing that used to be in Wisconsin, especially in the southwestern portion. Tons of stuff, a lot of engine and agricultural related stuff. I guess we even had a car company once upon a time that was based out of Milwaukee, but not as much anymore. Because the times change. But I believe Briggs & Stratton is still there. They make engines. Harley Davidson. I don't know how much of their stuff is made in the state yet, but there you go. Wisco fact. Harley Davidson's made in Wisconsin, or at least started in Wisconsin. I think right now we're known mostly for our beer and cheese, which are also two great exports. A controller. I guess we'll settle for an Xbox controller. I do have an Xbox controller. I have one on a different computer, so I can sit on the couch. Harley David must be proud of his son. Indeed. Oh, what did I see? So when Game of Thrones was still on TV and still big, in other words, before the end, I guess. The guy who played Khal Drogo, Jason Momoa, he's also been Aquaman and a ton of other stuff. I guess in the Minecraft movie now. He did a kind of like a vlog or a promotional video or something where he visited the Harley Davidson Museum, and he's like a huge motorcycle guy. And it was just neat seeing his enthusiasm as he was going around and looking at all the different, just touring the museum and looking at the different stuff. And he just had such enthusiasm. He's like, this is the coolest thing, So that was pretty cool. I remember seeing that. It's got to be somewhere on the YouTubes. I don't know if he actually drives a Harley, rides a Harley. Okay. That has been your Wisco moment. Let's go find that controller. Oh, cartoon butts. Phone. Oh, is that a VCR? No, that's a computer. Computer tower. If I could read. Oh, Nix, you saw the Minecraft movie? Was it so bad it was good, or was it just had its funny moments? I mean, I assume Jack Black was playing Jack Black as he usually does these days. Control. Okay, control. Player armature. Let us go find our control points. There we go. Is it L hand? No. It's hand. Do I want it in my left hand or my right hand? Okay, let's see. Well, let's try this hand, see how it looks. Jack Black was himself. Yeah, and side plot was terrible. He did have good chemistry and was interesting to see. Ooh, there was a post-credit scene. There we go. Okay, so we have flashlight, laser pointer. What's on my other hand? Nothing. I have nothing in my other hand. I think that's because I use my left hand to point. No. My right hand to point. Yeah, let's put it over here. Okay, so we now have a prop controller. Let's go align that thing. And this is the nice thing about the equipment. Oops, 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 oops. Come on. Wow, I must have messed up a keybind. I cannot rotate. Oh, that is odd. Oh no, why are we glitched? We are somehow glitched, folks. Okay, that is the prefab. Yes. Do not want a collider on it. That might be why. Okay. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to reboot the project. Man. Well, let's get this this controller figured. Let's see. Oh, there's an easier way to do that, assuming we're not too badly glitched. We have hand tracking. Okay, how many of us are there? Okay, there. Let's get that controller right there. Lock the camera. Ah, see, this is my mouse hand, so that's why I usually don't put things in this hand. It looks like I've got a Pip-Boy. Oh, that'd be another good prop. That'd be another good prop. I should shrink down a monitor and make a Pip-Boy. On hand tracking. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh boy, how is this going to work? Okay, something like this. So we need to rotate it. We need to, let's see. Rotate it this way. Move it down like this. Oh, we're getting warmer, Oh, okay. Jack Black turns into Herobrine. Oop, that's the wrong way. Let's see. This way. Getting warmer. Now we just need to rotate it around. Nope, we're getting worse. All right. You know, I'm just going to, let's see. Can I switch mouses? Here we go. Rotation. Ah, here's what happens when you over-rotate. Getting warmer. Okay, now, which one is this? Tumble, I need tumble. Oh, there's all kinds of cursed. I just want to hold a controller, folks. I just want to hold a controller. And this is why we normally use the other hand. Oh, I can turn off mirroring. There we go. That is the simple solution for a simple problem. There we go. I turned off mirroring. Okay, so we got this. And we just go like this. It resets the... Oh, that's why I'm having problems with it. It's like resetting the local access or the world access maybe. That's why I'm having problems with it. You go over there. You there? Oh, we're getting warmer. Getting warmer. And maybe. Down a little bit. There. There. Now I can pretend I'm playing a game. I'd say this is close enough. Close enough. Look at it. I'm an Xbox person now. Yeah, I'd say that works out pretty good. Okay, now the most important thing, before we undo all of our work, go up to transform, we copy. Copy. Is the world transform? Well, let's try the world transform. And if not, we take a screenshot. Just in case. Just in case we need to manually type it in. So now that controller is still selected. We go over to here. And we go paste. Really? It did me dirty. Good thing we took that screenshot. Screenshot. Oh no. There we go. That'll work. Okay, position negative 0.152. So how is everybody doing while I do data entry over here? 85 negative 0.049 13.83. Oh, that's not the right number. 737. 15.67. And scale is fine. There. Now it should be in the right spot. But yes, welcome in everybody. We're having a dev stream. Even though, wow, there's a lot of us. We're having a dev stream even though it's nighttime. And I am not the greatest with the brain usage at nighttime anymore, for programming anyways. However, wait, gotta look this way. I'm not gonna be doing any programming tonight. Oh, mirroring, that's what it is. The mirroring is throwing me off. There we go. See now, when I'm looking forward, and then I look this way, I can look at you guys. See? Ta-da! Looking forward, looking at you guys. Although I might need to reset my movement here. Let's see. Okay, we got a doing good, and we got tired as the neighbor's dog woke you up. That's always a bummer. That's always a bummer. I need to fix this one too. This teleport point is got a lean going on. Fixing little things. Okay, where is that teleport point? That wouldn't be a bad one to jump in right away. Let's see, destination on platforms. I feel like it doesn't need to be rotated at all. So I must have moved it in or out of a parent object that had rotations. Yeah, we don't have any dog problems now. Those neighbors moved away. However, we do have the local wildlife. Problematic ones lately have been lots of deer. Lots of deer. Like, you open the window and it's like, oh, hi. Kindly shush. Go. Off the lawn. You have all this woods and, the neighbors' yards to go play in. Go shoo. Okay. What else was on tonight's agenda besides little fixes? July 18th was the last time we were doing this? Oof. I gotta make a, let's see, was it August 6th? For those of you in this time zone. Some of you, it might even be the 7th. Okay, so I've got my notes here. Glitch copies. Ooh, that might be tricky. I don't know if I want to get into glitch copies. What else we got? In-game buttons and a menu system. Where did we leave off with that? He says, as he also said he was not going to be programming. This might not need to be a programming thing, though. Can we zoom in on these? No, we can't zoom in. I think we could zoom in on these. There's got to be joysticks on here somewhere. These big control panels. There's got to be. I mean, I guess one way to find out would be to go over to the bridge. The bridge area has lots of fun stuff. But yes, I do remember we didn't bring over a whole lot of props from with the office. Some screens, Rolodex, card roller. I suppose Rolodex would be the trademark name. Got a Rubik's Cube. Is that a Bose speaker? Or is that like a Bluetooth speaker? Like generic? Books. Oh yes, the integral part of any office setting. Bottle of booze. Or if you like cross your eyes a little bit, maybe it's a bottle of whiteout. Equally fun when you eat it, I suppose. Okay. Okay. Did we have... I didn't have time to review the VOD to see where we left off, because that's one of the nice things about this whole streaming thing. One of the nice things about the streaming thing there, now we're sitting up nice. But one of the nice things about the streaming thing is you can just see where we left off. You can see where you left off. With the simple matter of just rewinding the video or replaying the video. Ah, that's what it was. This little controller down here. I think I can click on it. I think we hooked up the lighting to the little controller right there. Oh, we did. That must be the studio lights, if I were to guess. Studio lights aren't super effective over here, but there we go. If we put more stuff over there, then we can see them. There we go. See? We can control the studio lights. Probably make this floor less, yeah. Tiny slider. So there's two ways of doing interfaces in Unity. Probably a lot more, but the actual interfaces. There's two main ways. You have to be in-game. So this one looks funky because it's around the edge of the screen. We have a lot of chromatic aberration attached to the camera. I could probably like lean down. I don't have all my tracking on. I have my chest tracking and everything, but can we lean down and point at it right over here? There we go. With the slime trackers, it doesn't work for the slime 3D tracking. It doesn't work for like crouching and stuff. If I was in VR, those are positional. So I'd be able to crouch down and it would work just fine. Let's see. Oh yes, but the interfaces. You can have in-world, or you can have an overlay. So I could have a whole bunch of stuff around the edge of the screen, and a cool thing, one of the things I am going to experiment with, is having an on-screen overlay, but that won't be exported with the camera over to OBS. Because right now we are using VC Face in the corner. Can we do the Adam and God touching fingers thing? No? No, but I can give myself head pats. Hold on. There you go. Scritch. Well, I mean, this guy too. We can probably give him a high five if we're teamed up just right. Oh! Ta-da! There we go. Probably be more convincing if I didn't have the guy in the corner too. Where was I before I absolutely distracted myself? Interfaces, yes. So the guy in the corner, not being VC Face. I should say the guy in the lower left. That is the Rustyverse export. So remember, we can go like do all this kind of stuff, but the camera is right where the gremlin is, right there. So we won't have VC Face in the top left. He's just there because it's a dev day. And if I turn off, if I stop play mode here, I disappear. I will live on in your hearts and minds, and importantly on the stream here in the corner. But yes, so the overlay, I can choose what gets sent over through Spout to OBS. So the overlay would be like on the side monitor, be able to control lighting and all that fun stuff. Lighting equipment or redeems, so I don't have to have everything hotkeyed. I could just have a whole bunch of buttons on like the side of the screen, like a whole bunch of buttons like over here or something, and they would just be off on the monitor that I can click on or assign shortcuts to. So yes, that'd be nice. Oh, I remembered one of the other things. We need some special effects to get ready for redeems, but also for what else? We need a campfire. I don't know if we have a good campfire. Do we not have a good campfire? We might have to import some more. We don't have campfire. Oh no. We have fire. We have fire extinguisher. I mean, important, yeah. Is that a desk prop? Seriously? No. Okay, good. We do need to import some special effects. All right. Because I noticed this, I brought this up on the one of the Voices of the Void streams. It's like, you know what? Adjust the camera or the lighting so it gives that spooky ambiance kind of lighting. But why don't I have it? Why don't I have it so it can just be part of the special effects? Got all these special effects, I might as well use them, right? Okay, so how do we even do that again? I'm gonna import a whole package. Let's zoom this over here. That's my downloads folder. Shame on you. Nope, nothing too sketchy. 3D. Unity. Alright, where's all my Cinti stuff? Where's all my Cinti stuff? I could swear I had a newer package. Let's... Oops, no. Okay, go over here. It's under my assets. Unity. What do we got? Let's go for special effects. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Refreshing list. Oh, hey, stuff is showing up over here. That's great. Underwater effects. Oh, that is neat. When did I get that? But yes, we are looking for special effects. RPG VFX. What do we got? Magic arrows, shields, buff and debuff spells, hits, magic circles, attack spells, lasers. Sound effects. Ooh, total music collection. Here's what we're listening to right now. It's such a generic name, unfortunately. It is unfortunately a very generic name. Like what kind of SEO do you get out of this? However, oh, they do have their own Muse Station M-U-Z Muse Station Productions. So that's good at least. 1,000+ unique music tracks. But we are looking for fire. Sound effects, RPG effects. RPG VFX? Did I do this one already? I did that one already. Tokyo Street, this one looks cool. This was a free one. A free asset pack that gives you like a whole Tokyo street, and then like with all little shops and stuff like that, like a little back street. It looks really cool, and it was free. I've already seen some people, it's been imported to VR, or to VR chat, I should say. Whether by the original creators or not, I don't know. I saw some streamers walking through it, and it looked like a lot of fun. Streamers, I mean VTubers. Okay, why on earth am I not seeing... Okay, we're gonna have to actually go grab a... Oh, wait. Toon Suburban Pack. Yeah, I just got that. I want a campfire. I want a roasty toasty campfire. And I'm gonna go find it. And I'll bet I need to load up my software backup, where I have all these things downloaded. Do we have pixely fire or do we have real fire? That's gonna be the question. I might only have pixely fire. Let's see, Unity. Nope, not Unity. Assets. Cinti. See, I think we have plenty of... Oh yeah, of course we have all the other assets in the other one. Because that's the whole point of the other project. It has everything. Well then, let's go find out what we've got. Search downloads. Let's go search for a package. Unity package. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. I didn't move these over yet. Shame on me. Particles. Here we go. Okay. You. Drop this into packages. Did that actually do it? Oh, there we go. Import. Yes, import everything. Now we can have all sorts of fun stuff. Here we go, here we go. Prefabs, what do we got? Look at all this gray stuff. What a bunch of cool looking stuff. Okay. Unfortunately, can you not preview these things? Nope, I guess you can't preview this stuff over here. Okay, let's see. Let's get some... Oh, there's all sorts of fires. Okay. Let's see. All right, and let's also see what they look like. Locking the camera. Let's see if I can drag these in real time. Okay. Fire 1. Cozy. Cozy. Maybe a little too warm. Oh, very, very warm. Very, very warm indeed. Okay. Oh, that is Fire Big 1. What's this one? Fire Very Big. Or Big 2. Ooh. Okay, that looks kind of cool. It is very, very nice and cozy. Yep, yep. It is interesting to see what shows up and what does not show up through here. You're gonna lurk? Well, you have yourself a good lurk, Nix. You have yourself a good lurk. Okay, we're gonna get rid of Big Fire 2. Big Fire 1. Okay, this one's not really showing up through the Will it show up? Oh, it does show up. Okay, it is being clipped. It is being clipped by by the spout put. The spout output. Okay. So it isn't its own, it isn't being output by spout. There's a neat effect though. So if I wanted a fire, if I wanted a particle-based fire, I would probably need to have it a video playing on a billboard. Unless, okay, let's see what we can do here. I think we can make it a physical object. I think we can make it a physical object. Lights? Ooh, lights? Can it emit more light? No, we're not gonna mess with that. Let's see. What else we got? I'm sure there's something in here. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks nice, but still no dice. No, not quite. No, it's still being clipped. What if we put it on the... Yes. I mean, it looks cool, but I think it's still being clipped to the model. I will have to... Yep, it is definitely being clipped to the model. It looks neat, though. It looks super neat. One of the fun things about this is like, yes, it's fire, right? You know, it looks like a little fireball kind of looking thing, but you can attach it to things. Yeah, it looks super cool. You can attach it to things, so you know it could be a Molotov. You know, I could attach it to something and just go and go bouncing across the screen. Now it won't show up my, you know, you can see it looks like I'm wearing a funny shirt or I'm being projected upon in the corner, in the bottom corner here. But if I really want to play with the effects, I'm not going to be doing it this way. I'm probably going to be showcasing it in a just chatting screen or something. Yeah. I would like to find a way for it to show up in Spout, though. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Fire big, fire explosion. Ooh. Nice, nice. Explosion. Gotta play Borderlands again. So much fun. Okay, you, we're gonna move you. Where should we move you? Put you over there for now. I did miss the new Humble Bundle. There was a Humble Bundle with all of the Borderlands, all the Borderland games in it for like $16 US. I think that was like 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, and didn't get it. I was going to, because I don't have the new Tales from the Borderlands. There's a new season apparently. I went right over my head. I did not know that. I don't have Tiny Tina's Wonderland or Borderlands 2 VR. So those are the 3 titles that I don't have. I've got all the others, but still $16 for, you know, a couple of those games. It's a pretty good deal. Do you like? We're testing out particles. Oh, here's a little one. This is Fire Small. They unfortunately don't show up in the output here. Oh, but look at it go. It's like a little firebug, a little salamander. That is so cool. Oh, Borderlands VR was kind of meh. Okay. Wasn't great for the Quest 2. So I have my VR stuff is set up to the computer and it's fairly beefy. I was not able to stress. I mean, I haven't gone in like super dense VR stuff, but I wasn't able to stress it out. So yay. There's a lot of PC VR games. Their target audience was like a 1080. Like the minimum requirements was like a 1070 or 1080 or something like that for like the early Vive and, you know, Oculus PC. But anyways, so the early VR. So unless you really crank those settings, you're not going to stress out a current or, you know, previous generation computer. But I can imagine all sorts of problems with like the quests, because that all has to be on board, if I remember correctly. With a quest, because I haven't looked into it, but I don't think you can stream from a PC or from a computer to the quest. It has to be playable or stored on the quest, if I remember correctly. But like I said, I do not know. That's Fire Small. Fire Small 2. Oh yeah, that is indeed a small fire. Fire Small 3. Got some. Oh, look at that tiny little candle. Got a cute little candle. I should be putting that. Oh, I just thought of this. Oops. Forgetting my camera controls. There we go. What if Rusty was on fire? What does that look like? Oh, not quite as cool as I was hoping. No, that is definitely not as cool as I was hoping. It's too triangular. It'd probably look better if I took one of these larger fires and just scaled it down. This is definitely more like a candle ambiance kind of thing. We got a little firebug down there too. Okay, what else? What else we got? What is this one? Oh, we got little fairies. Look it. We got a little Navi. we got little fairy butterflies. They're currently being clipped out by the post-processing. But yes, so I didn't buy that bundle. You know what? Just for curiosity's sake, is it still on? Humble bundle. Because sometimes they extend them. Nope, it is gone. Okay, what do they got right now? What do we got right now? We've got Warner Brothers, Sniper Elite Classics, Dungeons and Dragons Classics, ooh. Indie Untold Tales Indie Roulette, Pixel and Cartoon Enthusiasts, and ooh, Better with Four Friends Co-op bundle. I have a surprisingly small collection of co-op games. When I have not heard of too many of these. Portal Knight. What else we got? What's in the D&D? Ooh, old. Well, I'm blocking all y'all. Oh wow, these are like 5 1/4 diskettes looking old here. Silver box. Yeah, super old. I mean, cool. It'd be cool to play these. Let's see. Ravenloft. Dark Sun. Probably back when Dark Sun was new. Now the question is, you buy this, would you actually play it? I mean, let's go back to those graphics, you know? I can definitely see it for nostalgia's sake. Like if you played it when long time ago, if you played it, yeah, jump right back into it because, well, yeah, it's either that or you'd have to play on like DOSBox or something, or some kind of emulator. So it'd be a way to legally have them, I guess, especially if they optimize them for current computers, which chances are would just be DOSBox. And let's see what's in here. Okay. Got some of the Batman games. Shadow of War. Fear. Fear was fun. Shadow of Mordor. I have this. I've never actually played it. It's one of those that just sits in my Steam library. Oh wow, this Injustice. All the Batman Arkham games. Yeah, this bundle, pay at least $12. There you go. There you go, assuming it's in your part of the world. Yeah, that's one hell of a deal. What else we got? Not a whole lot that I'm looking at in the software stuff. That's where I got all these Cindy most of these Cindy bundles, the asset packs we're using through various humble bundles. Well, there's a lot of computer security and development type stuff in the books category. All right, what are we doing with all this fire stuff? Let's keep going. Okay, dust fairies. Where'd that little fairy go? I don't know. Fireball. Whoa, okay, that's a fireball. Boom. Nice, nice. Fireball beaker. Fire. These fireflies? Okay, yeah, it's hard to tell what the big fire. Where's big fire? Get rid of that one. Which one are you? Okay, we'll just get rid of all the fire, I guess. There. Fireflies. Oh yeah, look at them. They might not show up super well because I don't have anything behind. Let me explain that. So we're in our green screen area, right? That's why there's a rusty. That's why there's so many rusties on the screen right now. So this background is just the skybox. Okay. And effects don't like being projected against just the skybox, especially when there's post-processing involved. That's what it is. When there's post-processing involved, crooked here. When there's post-processing involved, effects don't they don't play well with post-processing if there's nothing behind them. So there we go. So for overhead, there's this gray floor I'm standing on. Now you can see the little firefly. Little fireflies come in a little bit better, as opposed to just kind of being blurry background dust. It's cute though, little ambience. In the warehouse, the factory warehouse, I have dust that is very similar to these fireflies. And the dust shows up just fine because it's inside. We're in an interior. So I do like the fireflies. Those are nice. We have fireworks. Oh, that's cool. Some of these, ooh. Okay, see, so look very carefully at the play window, the one in the center. You notice how it's in focus wherever the gray flooring is, but the space background, it gets all blurry and out of focus. The downside of doing this, how I'm doing this. Oh, guys. Okay, there's something different about the way this effect is being rendered. Look right here. Look at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so the fire wasn't doing this, but these fireworks are. This is coming through. This is coming through in Spout. So the fire particles aren't, but this like chunky looking smoke is. I'm looking over at the side monitor, that's why I'm looking to the side, but okay, so if I find out what these particles are, a sub emitter if I were to guess. Smoke. So whatever this smoke is, it's coming through Spout. Yay! Okay, I gotta write this down. Smoke shows through Spout. So ideally, I would change, I'd find out what over here is different. Right here, it's the shader. Is it that easy? Is it really that easy? There's a legacy shader. So if we turn this one off, yep, okay. So if we turn this one off, so it's because it's a legacy shader. So if we just use a sprite, that should work, theoretically. Yeah, let's go find a fire big. Let's make a mess. Okay, so we got some of this coming through. Turn off fireworks. Fire big. We got fire embers. Yep, here we are. We're using a legacy shader. Oh, you can't quite see that. So what if we change that to a sprite? Ta-da! I have the fires of hell, or at least a goofy looking lava lamp. Progress. Progress. All right. So fire embers, let's do the same thing. For now, let's just make it a sprite. What else we got? What else we got? Diffuse. Ooh, we got some Pepto-Bismol over here now. Look at that, look at that, look at us. All right. I bet I could change it to whatever I wanted now. Yep, as long as it's not using legacy stuff. Like, look, we got the little fire embers. Nice, nice, nice. So I just have to find something that's yeah, something nice. Oh, it's definitely enabled GPU instancing. But yeah, we just need to toy with some of the settings. Sadly, this is going to go away as soon as I press the stop button, but we can play with it in the meantime. I mean, I bet we could just use like a lit shader. Let's do a lit. Ooh, look at that chunky clouds. You can really play with all this. So basically anything in the URP should work. Anything in, where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Universal Render Pipeline. Autodesk has its own shaders? Neat. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't expect to see that here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, it looks cool, I guess. That is kind of hypnotic. That is interesting. That doesn't really scream fire though. So yeah, I will definitely have to play with some of these settings to more or less duplicate what is going on here with the fire shaders. To convert it from the legacy version to the new version. I am surprised that Cinti hasn't updated some of these for the URP. I wonder if their newer asset packs have updated fire. Emission. Make it like a red. Make it glow a little bit. Sadly, the post-processing won't come through, but that's okay. Base map. Let's make this a little more translucent, maybe. Really, I just need to copy whatever color settings are in the old one. That would be the easiest way to do it. Just copy the old settings from, let's see, which one was it? Fire Big? Oh no, did I bork it all? Super cool. Look at that go. We've got some things to work. Oops. I didn't think I was messing with the prefab, but apparently I was. Yeah, we're gonna have to unsave some of these. Those fireworks. Oh yeah, we definitely messed up some stuff, didn't we? It looks neat though. Just not what we wanted. Oh boy. So let's go to legacy shaders. Particles. Ooh, I do not know which this is fine. It looks super cool. Look at this. This looks great. This is great. This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. It's okay. We're fine. How does that go? I'm fine, you're fine. No two people are not on fire. Yes. I'm loving this white hot look right here though. Lost permanent. Yes, I want this. Maybe not all of this. This is a little excessive. I want this to come through the spout. That'll be fun. Where was in this shader? Oh, yeah, it's specifically a particle shader. So maybe we can find the current equivalent of it. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. We're gonna screenshot that right there. Bam. Beautiful. So let's see if we can find the current equivalent of the particles. Lit. I don't think it's gonna work as well. I mean, it looks cool. It does look cool. It's like geometry, but nice geometry. Stream isn't locking up while I'm doing this, is it? I'm not having any dropped frames. Ooh, we're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. Getting warmer. Render both. Ooh. Very nice. Look at this vortex looking thing. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I am very impressed that this doesn't melt down anything. It doesn't melt down anything. Okay, we got a mission. Maybe we don't want a mission. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Oh, I'm in love. Right here. This looks gorgeous. Sorry for the ASMR. I love whatever this is. This is fantastic. Yes. Yes. I'm just gonna have a whole stream like this. I'm just gonna be like, and here's the stream. Oh, it's bouncing off the light sources. So I've been trying to think. It's like, oh, what shader setting is causing these nice big shiny areas where everything's like reflecting really neat off of. Yeah, let me highlight with the mouse up here if you can even see that. The Bermuda Triangle of Rusties. So if you look where the cursor is, the Bermuda Triangle of Rusties, right here. I do have a laser pointer I could use. But anyways, right here. It's like, how is it doing that? That glowy, reflective beautifulness. there's a point light right there. And there's another one because we have 3-point lighting for the studio lights. This is our broadcast studio, right? So we have one up in that corner. There's another one on the right side of the screen. And there's a fill light behind me. Backlight? Backlight. The backlight is behind me. So it should be key, fill, and then backlight behind. To get a nice 3-point lighting setup. Nice and simple. Oh, that is nice. That's nice. Should we break everything? I really want to see how it looks like broken. But I don't want to crash stream. It didn't crash stream. I'm frankly astonished that it did not crash a stream. I thought all of the particles were going to be turned into either Pepto-Bismol or Pepto-Bismol, wireframe, or just crash and stuttering. But we didn't get any of that. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. It does look like we are still using legacy shaders though. Both beneath me and over there. Or at least incompatible with this render mode. I needed a balloon shader that looks as good as this so we can have little party balloons come floating up. Maybe when somebody material property is found in another buffer. Oh, I'm getting a good I'm getting an error message down here that says why the Pepto-Bismol is everywhere. Well, that is fantastic, though. I'm going to have to copy this component. Was this fire huge or fire big? Yeah, the vortex is the prettiest one. Particle volume. And now it's all gone. However, it is not gone. It lives on within our heart. It lives on within our heart. Ta-da! Oh, hey, now it's in the corner of the screen there, going too. Stop. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll just make that invisible. But yes, we now have our huge fire erupting majestically. And now we know what to do for bringing in more of these effects from my Polygon asset pack. If I bring in other effects from other assets, by other creators, because I'm nowhere near I am nowhere near making my own particle special effects. It is very low on my to-do list, or I should say very distant. Not very low, very distant. It's a thing I want to learn. But we've got so much to learn first. And I'll bet we can actually get decent, find a decent fire particle that shows up with the green screen that I don't have to hack. Oh my goodness. Okay, is this what I think it is? No? Money coins. Okay, we're gonna undo that. Go back into testing mode. Oh, I'm gonna save first. I'm very happy with this. Although I did bork their shader. Okay. So we're back here. We're back here having a good time. Oh, what was that? Oh. Notifications. Somebody forgot to mute his notifications. Okay. So. Oh, we can do all sorts of... Jesus. That is a very big nuke. I would say we would need to scale that down slightly. Oh, it's such a big nuke. It's giving me an outline. That's crazy. Let's make a miniature nuke with negative scale somehow. Still too big. Still too big. I wonder if they have a mini nuke. There we go. Mini nuke. Oh, it just keeps going too. And nuke the stream. You know, some of these effects might look just as good as kind of an overlay. You know, even if they're not properly going over the whole screen, they might look kind of fun just over Rusty here. I mean, look at that. That's a neat looking effect. I bet there's other ones I could employ, like like some of the magic effects, like maybe there's like a scanning one. That would be more work to do in OBS. Whereas here, another fun thing I just thought of. What if we do the inverse? Not an overlay, but the underlay, which is the other area. The area that is currently over there, where we have the TV screen of chat. See, then anything we do in the game in Rustyverse will be sent straight to stream because we're capturing the whole area over there. So then we can do any kind of special effects we want without worrying about the transparent, the green screen area. So that is another thing to think about. Like, am I doing all this for minimal gain? Money! Broken money. Are all the monies gonna be broken? All the monies are gonna be broken because we don't have the right shader. Was it standard? Let's just pass a lit. Unlit? URP lit. There. Money. We have a broken texture. That's why it's not showing up. Yeah, so we can have money exploding easily. Lots of money. Oh, oh, that is. Yeah, I gotta get some of these working. This would be fun. Look, because this actually shows up right here. So I attach this to my hand and just be like, money, 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 money. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. We have, you know, these phantom Pepto-Bismol dollars are actually casting shadows. That's kind of amusing. Welcome in, welcome in. The first time chatter, what we have here is a whole streaming environment that we're working on. And yes, it's all Unity. It's all Unity. I do know some folks who use Unreal for doing their streaming environment shenanigans, but we're using Unity here. I am using mostly Cinti Studios low poly asset packs. So I didn't create everything here. Now there is a bunch of stuff that I've been modeling along the way. But for instance, this button, there we go. So what we have here is their space station asset pack. Oh, and I just heard my GPU fan kick on because they're horribly unoptimized. There's point lights everywhere. Come on, there we go. Now I can walk around a little bit. But yeah, I have everything. I have all the bells and whistles cranked up quite a bit, and I don't know. I really like how this turns out for even a low polygon asset pack. Just this nice flat shaded look. This is my experimental streaming environment where I'm also learning Unity and C# and just how this game dev stuff kind of works. Starting from scratch, basically. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Starting from scratch. And we are using VTuber motion controls here. That's why you see the guy in the corner is being captured and here rendered in VC face. Just taking my tracking data from the hand tracking, face tracking, although, you know, I'm kind of blocky looking. Putting that all together, a little bit of body tracking, putting that all together, setting it over to Unity. See? Where we're in 3D. I guess VC face is also 3D, so that doesn't quite count. There we go. I have a little office environment. I do have a whole nother project where I'm assembling my rusty robot factory. You know, I could load that up. I suppose. But this is the experimental dev environment where we have anything we think of, we just kind of put it in here, and if it works, we leave it in. Which leads to all sorts of fun things like here. Oh, you notice another meat pop up here. We're setting a transparent, basically a green screen without having a big, ugly green screen behind us. So, hi. This is part of our streaming setup. But yeah, and today we're experimenting with particles. I want a little more ambiance. So even though it's all like, even though it's all still low poly, because, you know, fit the theme and everything, right? Bring a little bit more ambience in here. And I'm working on a new area. Where are we? Here. Let's see. What is the shortcut? I have too many shortcuts. This one? Aha. There we go. There you guys are. And we're getting the glorious tunnel effect. Oops, should turn off the lights in the other area. There we go. But yes, we're getting glorious tunnel effect. But basically, this here is a TV screen that instead of having an overlay, we'd be showing whatever game I'm playing or software I'm working on this screen, which I just I bumped it. Oops. See if I can bump it again. Which hand has collisions on it? Is it this hand? Didn't put collisions on both my hands, but bam, bam. No. Okay. Anyways, well, we can bump into it and send it flying. But yeah, you're just starting the C# program in the Essentials package. Oh wait, we got a bright light on our head. Eesh. Things are going great, but getting the graphics to smooth out and be closer to Unreal quality, struggling with that. Your environment looks great. Well, thank you. Going with this aesthetic definitely helped. I'm not gonna lie. My computer before this, computer that I'm using, was old. So having it be low polygon and this whole project starting out low poly definitely helped because I put a lot less stress on the CPU, the GPU. It was a NVIDIA 550 Ti. No numbers in front of that. It's a 550. So we're currently using a 4070 Ti. It was a slight bump. A 12 years of graphics cards bump. So now I can turn on, you know, full anti-aliasing. I mean, look at that, look at gloriousness here. And I do have some post-processing effects on too. You got the mini tour. So one of the things that instantly makes it look great is post-processing. Post stuff. Here we go. Bam. So I'd argue it still looks pretty good. Oh, I turned off the whole thing. That's also my camera controls, apparently. See, so this doesn't look quite as good. It still looks okay, though, honestly. It just loses the atmosphere. Oh, yep, my camera controls are hooked up to this script. Whoops, right there. That's funny. Oh, we also have other fun toys. Like, let's see, which one is it? G? Oh, that's interesting. Hey guys, I found the stream. It's right here. Scroll back a little bit. First person mode. Also controlled with my tracking. I can get it in focus if I hit the sweet spot. Where's the sweet spot? Oh, right there. Ta-da! So we got that. We've got wireframe mode, which didn't quite make it intact into Unity 6. Because we're using Unity 6 right now. Made it mostly intact. Mostly intact. But yes, so yes, just playing around with fun stuff. I'm also working my way through things. Currently we're doing, let's see, what are we doing? Menu system. Menu system, so I don't have to have everything hotkeyed and hard-coded. So yes, so we can do fun stuff like, you know, equip items, whoops, like different hats. Yeah, I forgot, there we go. There's my nice headset. But we're also working on, where is it? I have to find it over here somewhere. Probably right about there. Here's a little menu, little slider there for controlling the lighting. A simple little thing. But I finally made it to the overlay section of my to-do list. Though if I remember correctly, let's see, which hand was that in? There. Does this also have the slider on it? Where is it? I can't see it. No, this one does not have the slider on it. I should really add the slider to this little pop-up menu right here that I got the idea from VR. And that light is super bright. That lighting is super bright. Where's that annoying slider? Come here. There we go. So there, now we can look at our... There we go, now we can look at it. The funny thing is if I lock this just right, I think... No? I'm trying to press the button. I'm trying to press the button with the mouse. Because the button is a button. Let's see, move it so I can see it. Lock the camera. There we go. I can press it. So that's kind of the fun thing about interfaces. I was kind of mentioning this much earlier in stream, but for interface, a user interface, or at least what Unity considers a user interface, you can have it be in-game. So it can be an object on a wall, or like this, right here on my wrist. Okay, and I can click this button. I don't know if it really shows through on stream. So I have to do this and have it be, I have to modify a script so that this will be applicable for whatever area I'm in. Because that'd be super handy. Pop up my light controls and just move the slider back and forth, you know? That'd be super handy. Learning project before diving into my game, or is this your game? And if not, what are you willing to tell me about the game you're working on? This is the game I'm working on. One of my main goals with learning this whole thing was to do the whole VTubing thing. Oh, I left my flashlight on. Hold on. Where are you? There. Oh. Good? We're good? Do we have no items up? No items equipped. Okay. That was distracting. This is the learning Unity. I also have a completely sidetrack. I also have, and he hasn't joined us. Whoa, he hasn't joined us in quite a while. There we go. I do have a robot that I control with the same motion tracking and from Unity. So it takes the same motion controls that move the VTuber around. This is stock footage. Where are we? Stock footage of Rusty the robot, who came before the VTuber, the avatar in the corner. He's in the middle of updates right now, but he was the start of this project. And so once I was, getting him to move around, and he was my avatar, I was like, okay, since we're already in a game engine, Unity, what if we hook everything up? What if we make a game out of it? And so that was the next step in Rusty's evolution. Very number 5's live. Yep. Definitely Short Circuit inspired. Although if you put them side by side, they don't look much like each other. It's the camera lens. The camera lens for an eye is what is the what is it? It's not the Mandela effect, but how you remember something. Yes, definitely Johnny Five's eye is what causes people to recall. And I guess the rectangle head, maybe the bright light right here. Yeah, that all evokes Short Circuit, which, yes, I'm totally okay with. That was the inspiration, after all, or one of the inspirations. But no, since then, year and a half ago now. Year and a half ago I started streaming. I've just been building things, learning the Unity, having fun, playing some games even. There you go. If you look, now we're on this little screen here. Also do some 3D modeling. 3D modeling, some art stuff, retro games. Although I've been playing a lot of Voices of the Void lately. We also have He Who T-poses over us in the sky. Watches over us. Oh, and one of our favorite party tricks. If I can remember the shortcut key. Nope, not that one. No, not that one. Does anybody remember what I pressed to get chairs? Is it T? No. Not Y. Okay. No, that's you. That's you guys. Look it. We brought chat into the game. Okay, so that's K. Well, what the heck is instantiate chair? I know it's in here somewhere. R. It shouldn't be R, because R is grabbing things. Isn't it? I thought R was for grabbing things. But R is for chairs. Oh! When we're in first person mode, R is for swapping between hands. That's what it is. So when we go... Can I pick up all those chairs? I think I can pick up those chairs. So when we go into first person mode... Okay. Oh, that's cool. You can see it on the computer screen right there. See, now we can look at all the chairs. They might be too far away for me to pick up, though. Can I pick up at least one of them? Can I use the force? Using the force. No. They must be too far away. Let's go find a chair. And you. No? Oh. There's some pretty epic music. Oh, I'm yeeting chairs right now. I don't know where they're going. I don't think I've properly tried. Oh, there we go. Pulling them towards me. I don't think I've properly tried moving around the chairs that I've instantiated. So instantiating means you're making a new instance of an object. Oh no, I am definitely yeeting the chairs. Okay. Where we go? Where are they coming from? They're coming from right there. And this is always fun. This is always fun. Just making tons of chairs. Seeing what happens. They have good colliders on them too, don't they? They do get a little popcorny after a while. I really need to move the point, the chair spawning point, somewhere where the great Rusty in the sky drops them from his hands, maybe drops them from his hands. But where were we? Oh yes, we were getting caught up in all these chairs. I also get distracted fairly easy, I think. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Lately my schedule has been Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So we've got a little bit of time left. We got some spooky music going too. What is this? A lifetime seeking forgiveness. Well, that's kind of ominous, isn't it? I should probably check to make sure I didn't accidentally add anything else to the playlist. This is indeed... That is indeed not... Shoot. I downloaded that. We might get copy struck for that one. Shoot. Well, hopefully they'll be merciful. Hopefully they'll be merciful. What are you supposed to say? Audio jungle, or something like that? Man, I thought that sounded pretty awesome. I made the mistake of in-queuing in Winamp instead of playing in Winamp. Okay. So if part of the VOD gets muted, it is what it is. Spawning chairs behind you. You know, I wonder if it did adjust the spawn point. Speaking about adjusting, I need to reset my tracking. They're slightly off kilter. There we go. Just enough off kilter. Also, I think we're slightly out of focus. It'd be cool if I just reached up and kind of like grabbed the camera and moved it around. Give you that full VR chat effect, you know, or VR chat streamer effect. They grab the camera and they reposition it. It's the difference between the streaming view and the player view. I do want to get some of those kind of things going too. That would be pretty cool. How would I do that? Where I would have, let's see. I would have to be rendering out two different cameras. One that is, you know, my view. So it'd be just like VR chat then, or at least VR. One view would be what gets output to stream, so what you guys would see. And the other one would be what I see from my interface. That might be more trouble than it's worth, unless maybe like a picture-in-picture. Picture-in-picture might not be too bad. Kind of like what we have right now. I mean, the Rusty in the corner over here is overlaid. So it's not quite picture-in-picture, but it would be easy enough to do. A little pop-up menu. Pop-up menu. That's what we should do. Okay, so we've gotten some of the particles to work quite nicely. Where did that end up? Where did that up? Very huge. I need to put a play button over here. Oh, and it's showing up. Okay, that is funny. That is funny. A fun side effect? A fun problem with Spout and how I have it sending. So Spout is sending a render texture, so it's sending something over from, you know, between Unity and OBS. And what is happening here behind the guy in the corner is the Spout camera does not shut off unless I disable it. So it'll run even when we're not in play mode, when we're just sitting here. So that is kind of unfortunate. Especially during dev streams, because if I'm not paying attention and something like blocks this area over here, it'll like block the bottom of the actual screen or block part of the actual feed because it's being sent over. Okay, but now I've got the effects figured out, so that's cool. Smoke shows through spout. Making notes. Very important. Change SFX shaders. There we go. To URP. I mean, there's gonna be other shaders that work just fine besides the built-in URP shaders. Like, what is this? Yeah, this is just a lit particle shader that I started playing with. Oh, and we had emission turned off. I'll turn that back on. Collision. Collision would probably be a good thing. Multiple particle can collide with. Oh my. Yeah, I can have the collision be me. That might be nice. So like go around, like the fire would like go around us. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun to play with. I definitely need to look up some tutorials though before I go diving into all of this. This all started with me just wanting to have a cozy campfire, so I can have a cozy little campfire when I'm streaming. Oh, and the fire is going off full steam over here. Okay, let's lock the camera. That is, yes, entirely too much fire. Let's find a less... What is this? Flies. Okay. I'm sure I messed up my... There we go. I'm sure I messed up the fire... the fire shaders, because they all seem to be using the same... They all seem to be using the same shader material. So I just need to kind of replicate that. Excessive. I love it. Yeah, I just need to kind of replicate whatever material they were using and tune it, tweak it. Because, yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is great, but it is ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Okay, gravity. Start size, here we go. Crank that down a little bit. Does that make an effect? Oh, I was on the wrong fire. The wrong fire. Here we go. There we go. A little less fire. A little less fire. And honestly, we might just scale it down this way. That'd be easier. It does look like bubbles though, doesn't it? It's one bad thing about Cinti's fire, is that it does kind of look more like bubbles than it does as fire. But like I said, at least it's showing up. At least it's showing up now. And honestly, it looks better on the in OBS than it does on my main monitor over here. We has fire now. I just want a cozy little campfire though. Cannon? No. Cartoon? Cartoony jump up. What is a cartoony jump? Oh! Ha! That's a the little poof when you jump. What else we got? It'd be nice if they had pictures, but they're effects. So they don't. Cartoony rings, jump, sprint, confetti. Yeah, see, some of these I want to have go off and be triggered when it's, like when something happens. Like when somebody follows. When somebody subscribes, I want the little dollar bills to come falling down. I think that'd be great. Now, would it be more effective to just have a pre-rendered video in OBS? Yes. Yes, it would. Would it be as fun? Maybe not. Maybe not as fun. Maybe it would be. Maybe it doesn't matter and I'm just going a little too intense with this. But either way, I'm going to play with these. I might get a few different effects packs going. What is this? Oh, we have little embers. Okay, fire big is too big. So what do we have here? Oh, neat little firefly embers. That's nice. That's nice. But yes, I'm definitely gonna have to just sit here and play with all of these. Especially the explosions. Oh my goodness. Sparkles. Oh, I got a sparkler. Look at that. And this is using the legacy shader, so it's not coming through properly. Except if you look in the game view here, it's definitely emitting sparks from my brain. I bet there's a nice comet trail in here somewhere too. Steam, swirls. A trail of fire. Okay, what do you look like? Oh, as it moves, it makes a little trail of fire. Nice. This is what I was thinking of. I just attach it to myself. Or like a grenade or something. You know, you threw a little Molotov and it goes bouncing around and nice little fire trail. Yeah, this is just me playing around now. I think we got enough done earlier. We can just play around. Sunbeam particle, steam, swirls, and this is just one. I know I have a whole asset pack, which I should have probably searched for on my Unity account. A whole asset pack of RPG special effects. I'm really surprised it didn't show up in my package manager. Or did it? Or did it? Here, let's stop play mode here. My assets. We do have it here. Okay. Well, aren't we silly? Though I shouldn't be importing these things into this shader graph. I shouldn't be importing these things into this project because yeah, this isn't I don't want to bloat this project too much with random stuff. Nice. If you want to use lasers. Oh wow, they have light maps and everything for it. AAA projectiles. Ooh. They have all sorts of stuff in here. Magic circles. Map markers. Okay, I might not import this. I might put this into my asset project just so it doesn't get everywhere. Dragon Punch. Okay, so RPG VFX bundle. Okay, so it's RPG, so like level up and damage over time. Hyperdimension circle. Magic circles. Magic circle call fire. Ooh. See, so there's all sorts of cool stuff. And some of these things I got in bundles with other things. Otherwise, there's tons of free assets out there. There really are. There's tons of free assets in the Unity store. You can get like trial packs, before you buy the whole, $200 asset pack. You can just try them. Or you could follow tutorials and make some yourself. Did my music stop again? Or is this just really quiet track? Oh, the cinematic tracks are quiet. Unless I accidentally muted myself. The music did get muted, didn't it? There we go. Okay. That's a good stopping point anyways, because we're going to wrap up. I'm going to wrap up just a little bit early. The next stream will be on Friday. Should be, use that ad break. Should be Friday, 8 p.m. You know what? We're going to turn on the cool stuff here while we're... There we go. Let's get some fire going while we're talking about where we're going to be. We need to throw a big fire. Where's big fire? Big fire was super cool. Explosions. Fire big. Yes. And in fact, okay, maybe that's a little too big. Maybe it's a little too big. Here, let's There we go. That doesn't look too bad. The big one actually looks the best, I think. I think the big one looks the best. I got distracted now, and now I want to mess with it. Okay, so it changes the size of the particles. I just want a little campfire and maybe not quite so ridiculous. Lifetime. Make the global lifetime a little bit shorter. Okay, more manageable. There we go. We now have a more manageable fire just by messing around with it a little bit. And that should size over lifetime. No, that's fine. External forces. I bet we could hook up like wind to it. So it'd be like... Okay, now let's put this back in front of us. So it doesn't look like it's behind us. There we go. We're on fire. A little bit on fire. A little bit on fire. There we go. Chaos. I gotta say though, that vortex looked super sweet. Look at that. Look at that vortex. That's very nice. That's a very nice vortex. There. The gremlin watches over us. You can see him behind me on the corner there. Let's shift this around a little bit. Is that a good shot there? That's a good shot. Okay, so all of that to set up when we're going to stream next. Friday night for sure. Probably, possibly games. Maybe something old. Maybe not Voices of the Void. I might switch it up. Although we finally do have the nice campfire. So maybe Voices of the Void. Maybe something retro. I gotta see what I'm in the mood for. Maybe I'll hook up one of the old systems. Play some NES or a Saturn or something. Let's see. Or I'm not gonna promise, but maybe a crafting stream. I have a limited amount of free time in my life right now, which stinks. But so I don't have a whole lot of time to spend in my actual workshop. So I was toying with the idea of, instead of doing like a robot physical repair stream or something, just doing some craft, maybe a little bit of wooden metalworking, something geeky though. I would do something geeky, like maybe make a dice box or an Arduino case or something like that. Something just kind of small and tactile. Yeah, so it would be a hand cam stream, of course, in the workshop. But we'll see. We'll see. That would be entirely dependent on me having time to clean up my workshop a little bit and test it out. So we'll see. We'll see. It might just be a retro gaming stream. But either way, thank y'all for stopping by. Let's go find a target. Let's go find a target. But again, thank y'all for stopping by. We actually, since I'm ending just a smidge early, we might have time. Raid and then chat with somebody afterwards. Well, here we go. We're gonna snooze this ad, and we are gonna raid Fruitsy Collins. They are, let's see, are they doing they're doing a software dev stream, so it's even in the same genre as what we're doing. They are using Unreal, so I won't hold it against them, but they have an awesome environment, an awesome streaming environment they're building like this, much less on fire, but they do a bunch of 3D modeling, game dev kind of stuff, the occasional game. But tonight it looks like it's a software spaghetti time. So yes, there's definitely a dev stream. So let's go say hi to Fruitsy, and see y'all on Friday. I gotta get my emotes ready. We have new emotes. Oh, I forgot the new emotes. We have eyes. We have robot eyes. Okay, get this one going. Let's see. Rusty Raid. And where's the ship? Where's the ship? I haven't used that in a while. There we go. All right. Catch y'all later. Bye.